How's it? Today is Saturday, December 19th. I have a bunch of strength work as my accessories, I guess. So just real simple work up to 5 sets of 5 for both the sumo deadlift and the bench press. I think it's um, pretty self-explanatory. I was not super happy with how my technique was going for the deadlifts, but I I know it's an area for improvement, and I think that given where I started from, I think that actually it looks a lot better than where it used to be. Especially like when I think about how I basically most of the bulk of my practice for the sumo deadlift was home. So it's just nice to kind of revisit where I started learning how to do all these things. So yeah, so today was work up to 5 fives at 3:30, and again, real simple, real straightforward. I wish my technique was a little bit better, but I think I can always be better, no matter how good it is. Um, After that, I moved into some bench press. I was gonna do 5 sets of 5, but I actually ended up doing 4 sets of 5 because my fifth set was a little bit too heavy, and I had to stop. I didn't want to die. Christmas vacation, and ending up um, seriously injuring myself would be probably the worst thing that could have happened. So I was fine with doing my 4 sets of 5. I think that overall, I'm not losing too much just because I ended up omitting that one set. Um, yeah, you can see that for these pulls, there my lower back does kind of round over, and as I pull, if I pull too forcefully, I pull myself out of position. Ideally, I'm just trying to keep my weight on my midfoot and push using my quads, but that is always extremely hard to do. Like no matter what position I'm in, and no matter how heavy it actually is. Like there, that's really bad. That was a little bit better for my first rep, but given that I do have to do 4 more, I think that it's a little. Oh man, I'm watching these back now, and it just looks really bad. So on this set, I tried my best to keep my chest over the bar. So you can see that I started a little bit more horizontally as far as my lower back goes, like my back angle goes. You see there, that's a lot more horizontal than I was on the prior set. Similar thing here, but this one was executed, I think, a little bit better. Yeah. So I guess the way I'm thinking about it now at these reps is like similar to the back squat. So if I set my back angle at a certain angle, I'm just trying to go up and down. Obviously for the deadlift it's a little bit harder to do that, but I guess from the floor to my knee should be the same back angle. And in general, I think it did end up being like that. Here's my last set. Lots of commotion going around. I don't know why all these people, that pissed me off right there. But yeah, all these people are walking around just not socially distancing, which I guess is what I get when I go to this gym, but it's fine. So yeah, here's my last rep. Thank God, my last rep. Yep, pretty much that's it. So I moved into my bench press warm-ups. So my goal was to do 100 kilos, so 220 pounds for 5 sets of 5. But as I mentioned earlier, I did 4 sets of 5 because I didn't want to hurt myself on that last fifth set because I didn't have anyone to spot me, and even if I did, I don't think I would want anyone to spot me. I think at this point it's just not worth it. Like, even if I did have the help to be able to actually end up doing the reps, it just doesn't seem like it's worth it. Another thing I was thinking about was how my elbow would be. So I was trying to be really cognizant of not pushing too hard at the lockout at the top. See here, my left arm is a little less locked out than my right arm is. Here's my top set. Overall, I honestly thought that I was going to be able to do 5.5s, but it did not turn out to be that way, which I guess, like I said, is fine with me. So after that, I actually ended up doing some new things. So instead of doing my normal stuff, which is something along the lines of back extensions with the overhead hold, Bulgarian split squats, um, something like that, I ended up actually just doing tempo back squats because my knee has been feeling some sort of issue that kind of started last Tuesday. Um, and it's very similar to how I was feeling last year when I couldn't actually execute a full depth squat without the backside of my knee hurting. So if it is the same thing, I'm gonna treat it with the same treatment. So what I was diagnosed with was a distal hamstring tendinopathy, and then a ton of hamstring, well, not a ton of hamstring, but some hamstring work, and then a ton of tempo back squats with a emphasis on the eccentric portion of the lift. Was basically what helped me through all of that, and so I'm gonna start doing those more frequently on my off days. To finish off, I did some upper body accessories like the push up, and then that superset that I did last week in California of the barbell curl and the banded tricep push down. This one is again for my health, the health of my elbow, so that because I did do that pretty nasty hyperextension, and I just don't want it to get any worse as I continue to lift through it. So those curls are going to be coming in crucial. But yeah, that would take us to the end of today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.